so great to see all of you. Happy New Year. Practicing tonight with my doggies. I don't know if you can believe it. This guy's 13 and she's 11. So they're old, but they're still call them my puppies. And they love to come all around me when I'm practicing. So I hope you don't mind. And if they distract you, I'm sorry. They sometimes distract me, but they're cute. So, so for the new year, I thought I would show you guys something a little bit different tonight. We call, anytime we do a gesture with the hands in yoga, it's called a mudra. So some of you might be familiar with the meditation mudra, where you touch the index finger and the thumb. And this helps to bring calming energy to you and helps you to relax and focus. So I want you to do that with me. Come into, and this is called the Gaian Mudra. So you touch your index finger with your thumb and you let it lay on your lap, okay? Then close your eyes. Can you stop licking mommy, please? So close your eyes and start to take a couple of deep breaths into your body. And see if touching those two fingers together starts to give you a sense of peace and calm. All right, so take some deep breaths. I know that it's sometimes really challenging to focus and concentrate. So there's another step to this. So you could just stay here and breathe, or you can do this little movement exercise. So I'm going to lift my hands so you can see what it is. When you touch your thumb and your index finger, you say sat, sa, and then you touch your thumb to your middle finger and you say ta, and then you touch the ring fingers and you say na, and then the pinky finger ma. So it's like this: sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Now you can do it with your hands down, touch all those fingers, and do this a few more times. You can say it with me out loud. This really helps us concentrate. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma.
Hey there.
Sorry, Tracy, I just muted your microphone by accident.
Okay, here we go. So it's sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Do that a couple more times. So if you don't want to say it out loud, you can think it in your mind as you touch each finger. Right? And then you know what you can do with this anytime during the day. If you find that you need to focus, concentrate more, if you find like your mind is worrying too much, you can sit and just focus on this and say sa, ta, na, ma, that physical touch of each finger. Everybody feeling a little bit more relaxed and focused, a little calmer? Great. All right, good. I got some heads shaking. Awesome. So now we're going to go into the mudra we usually start with, which is Atmanjali or Anjali Mudra, hands at your heart. So since this is our first yoga class of the new year, we're going to take a moment to focus on happy thoughts, positive thoughts that this year brings a whole bunch of wonderful energy. May we all be healthy and happy. And then I'm going to invite you to do making the sun with me. So inhale and reach your hands upward. And exhale, opening them around you, nice and slow. We'll do this a few times. So inhale, reaching upward. Exhale, down, around. See if you can follow your breath. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, down and around. Good. You guys are rock stars. Let's do that again. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time, everybody. Inhale, reaching up through the center. Exhale down. We're going to place the hands next to our body and do a little bend. Lift your right arm up and bend over to the left side, stretching over. Take a couple of deep breaths, reaching. Feel your breath coming in and out of your nose. Feel that beautiful opening in your right side. Now lift on the inhale and take the arm down. Next breath, inhale, left arm up. And exhale to the side. Let's bend over here and take some deep breaths. And you can do this in a chair too. So even if you're in a chair, you don't have to be on the floor. You can take a little side bend, just hold on to the seat of the chair instead. So take another couple of deep breaths. You're doing great. And then lift it up and bring it down. Now let's do each side again. So inhale that side up and exhale, bending over. You notice it gets a little easier the second time. I feel like our body has already stretched. Take another breath. Come on up and lower the arm. Let's lift the left arm up, big deep breath, inhale. And over to the right side, getting that nice big stretch in. Taking a couple of breaths, you feel like you already stretched probably. And we'll come back up and lower the arm. Okay, so now, like we did before, making the sun. Inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhaling, bring your hands to your heart. Let's do that a few times. Inhale, stretching up, reaching to the sun or the moon or the sky. Exhale down. And one more time. Inhale, stretching up. And exhale down. Awesome. It's so nice to see you guys. I've missed you all so much. Some new faces, some old friends that I see. Becky, Carrie, Amy, Andrew. It's good to see all of you. So bring your feet together in Cobbler Pose and let the knees flop up and down. You got it. Some of you did it already. It's giving your knees, your hips a little shake and wake. Okay. And then if you want to take a forward fold, drop your knees down. Lengthen your spine and fold forward. And you can drop your head down and close your eyes as you take a nice deep breath in and out. Feel that stretching. Nice long line, stretching back, your spine growing tall. Maybe the lower back feels really super stretched out now. Take a couple more breaths, really lengthen. And those of you that are in a chair, if you want to just keep your feet on the floor, you can take a little forward bend too. Just be careful your head's not too close to the desk. All right, lift up on the inhale. As we come all the way up, we're going to stretch out our legs, and they might feel really tight. So give them a little massage and give them a little shake and a wake. All right. We're going to bring the right foot close in and drop the knee down as we go into a half forward fold. Let me move back just a little bit more. There we go. All right, so point your left toes up towards the sky. Inhale, reach up. And beautiful, fold over that left leg. And you can hold your ankle. You can hold your knee, your thigh, or you can reach all the way to your foot or toes. And then fold in, drop your head. And you want to really feel this big stretch behind your knee, behind your leg, right? So if you close your eyes and you breathe, feel that beautiful, beautiful stretch. Okay. And these are important stretches for us. We've got to keep our bodies limber, flexible. You guys aren't as old as me, but when you get older, you definitely lose your flexibility. So we want to stretch as much as we can. All right, take a deep breath and reach all the way up and send the arms down on the exhale. And then we're going to take the left foot, bring it around to the side. So we're now facing the right side. So your right foot's next to your thigh. This is our animal stretch. So lift your spine and let's start to walk out and bring the forehead down and stretch over to the right side. So your head can come down and you can close your eyes and just feel that big, big stretch. Now, some of you may want to put your hands one on top of each other and let the head come on that. You can stretch down that way. And let's start to lift back up on the next breath. And now we're going to do those two poses on the other side. So swing both legs back out. Stretch them in front. Maybe point and flex the toes, feet, or roll them in circles a couple times. And then we're going to pick up the left foot and bring the knee down. Okay, so here we go. Point your toes to the sky. Inhale, reach up. Beautiful. And fold over your leg. Doesn't matter where you reach. You can touch your knee, your shin bone, all the way to your foot or ankle. And then drop your head. Bring your head down towards your knee. Yep, drop your head. I have to peek up to see what you're doing. You can drop your head down. Okay, take a couple more breaths. Feel that nice, nice big stretch. And on the next breath, reach all the way up and bring your hands down. Good. Now let's bring the right foot behind you, left foot against the thigh. We're going to turn to the left, start to stretch out. And so again, you can come down and put your hands like this. Good.
Hey, James, could you please stop sharing your screen?
Take a couple more breaths, everybody. Big stretch. Look. Looks like I'm not. Does everybody see me?
Tracey, I heard you, Trace. I heard you.
Okay.
James, we need you to click stop screen share.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Thank you. Yeah, be careful what you're clicking because then everybody will not get to see All right, are we ready now? Come back up and stretch both legs out. We're gonna do our full forward fold. So I always pull the sides out and then I sit up really tall, point the toes to the sky. And then let's take a deep breath and reach all the way up. Awesome. Fold over both legs. You can grab your ankles, your toes, whatever you want to reach for. And if you're in a chair, I still want you to try to get a forward bend in. So put your feet on the floor and fold in. Just push yourself away from your desk a little bit. See if you can give your body a little stretch. Some of these poses are important to do, even if we're sitting in a chair, especially if we're sitting in a chair a lot, as many of us are, to be on the computer during the day. And this stretch is stretching the hamstring muscles behind the back of the leg. So we really need to keep them flexible. All right, come back up, big breath. You can reach up towards the sky and bring the arms down. Now let's swing around and come to table pose. So you know when we're up on the hands and knees like this, okay, looks like a coffee table. Your hands are on the floor. Your feet are flat. You're pushing into the floor. And we'll do our cat and cow. So when you tuck your toes, you're going to arch the back and look towards the sky. Then you can flatten the toes, drop your head and tuck your tail. So tuck your toes and inhale looking up, arching your back. And then flatten the toes and exhale, tucking under, head and tail. Do this a few more times where you're arching your back and tucking under. Feeling your whole spine moving, rolling your spine. It's a really important pose. This is going to let go of a lot of stress in our back, a lot of tension in our back. Good. All right, now look up. We're going to take the right leg back and then out to the side. You're going to put it on the side with the foot flat. And then I want you to walk back and see if you can lift up. Have your foot on the floor and stretch your left arm towards the sky and bend over to the right. Now, as we're coming over here, try not to push against your knee. You can have your hand beyond your knee or up in your hip, but try not to push against your knee. It's a nice big stretch in the body. Good. Come back down now. Place your hands on the mat and do a few cat-cows. So look up on the inhale, arching your back, and then tuck under on the exhale. Do that a couple of times. Up and down. You got it. Then the next time you look up, we're going to take the right foot and bring it over to the left side. Take it all the way to the left and then look over the left shoulder and look back for your foot. See if you can see your foot over that left shoulder. And then we can put that knee back underneath. And we're going to do our other side. Okay, so let's take our left leg back, then bring it over, put the foot flat on the floor, and walk back, lifting your body. Make sure this feels stable. Stretch over to your left side without pushing on your knee. Reach into your side. Take some deep breaths. Nice stretch. Remember, if you're sitting in a chair, we can still stretch to the side. You can reach over. Maybe you're holding onto the seat of the chair with your left hand. Now come back up and bring your arms back to the ground. Do a few cat rolls. So you're looking up, the head and tailbone lift, and then they tuck under. And you start to feel this nice movement in your spine. Okay, look up, take your left foot and bring it all the way over to the right side. Turn and look over your right shoulder. Look back, see if you can see your foot. All the way back. Good. I don't know, I can see my foot real good on one side and then not the other. Bring your knee back down. And if you want, you can sit back. Now, for those of you who can't sit like this with your knees bent, swing your legs around in front of you. I want you to be comfortable, okay? Make sure you're sitting comfortably. And let's roll our shoulders around. Roll our shoulders around. Deep breath, roll them back, down, and around. Go the other way, roll those shoulders. Good job. Now bring your hands back to your heart again. Inhale your hands up and then take them down around behind your back. Two things you can do here. You can hold your back or you can interlace your fingers. And I want you to try to pull your arms back and look up towards the sky and really open your chest in this pose. Okay, so look up towards the ceiling, lift your chest, open your heart. Take some deep breaths. It's a really good pose for opening all the muscles here that get tight when you're reaching for your keyboard all day long, right? So we have to take those hands behind the back and give the chest a nice stretch. Okay, let's release our hands. And now we're going to go into downward dog. So fingers are going to be flat on the mat as you tuck your toes. And we're going to lift the hips up, pushing back. So from the side, I'll turn. You can see my downward dog. And if anybody gets tired or you find like you can't hold it, you just bring your knees back down to the floor, okay? Take another breath. Let's lower back. And then I want you to walk back up and we're going to stand on our knees again. Stand on your knees. Again, we're going to bring our hands around, but this time put them on the lower back and squeeze the shoulders into the back. Now we're going to push the hips forward and arch our back, looking up towards the sky. Pull your elbows in. Look up and open. This is a part of a pose called camel. Some people like to tuck their toes in this pose. Take another breath. And release your hands. Let's do child's pose. So we can sit back on our heels, let the toes drop together, and then stretch out. Bring your forehead down. And so you can take another couple of breaths in child's pose, a nice stretch for your whole back. Okay. All right, let's walk back up and stretch those legs back around in front of us. As we come back down, we're going to stretch our legs out. We're going to go into a spinal twist. So bring your left knee in, hug your knee to your belly. Cross your leg over if you want. Now, some of you are going to keep your foot here. Sometimes I like to keep my foot right here. or you can cross your foot over. Doesn't matter. It's whatever feels good. Now you're going to use your right hand to pull this in and bring your left arm behind you, and then turn to the left and look over your shoulder. So you're looking behind you, towards the wall behind you. Okay, and really fine to try to squeeze your belly and your leg together. Taking a couple more deep breaths. It's a nice big twist, which we need to do so that our digestive organs get massaged. So that will help with our digestion. So another breath, squeezing, twisting. And then we'll release. Now see if you can put your left foot on top of your right thigh in figure 4. And you can bring your hands back behind you if you want. You can sit right here. We're going to flex your foot, pull your toes in. And if you want to go deeper, those of you that are a little more flexible can bring your right foot to the floor and scoot in and get a little bit closer, get a little bit deeper in the stretch. I see a couple of you going for it. Awesome. Remember, if this is too much, we can come right back to figure 4. This might be a good stretch for a lot of you to start with. So take another breath. And then you can stretch back out, bring both legs in front, shake them out. We're going to do the other side. So right foot comes in. I'm going to put it on the floor, hug it in, get it real close to your belly. Got to squeeze the leg into the belly. That's what creates some of the squeezing and massaging of the digestive organs. And again, you can cross it over if you want to, but you don't have to. It's not required. So we're going to hug this in with the left arm, bring the right arm around, and we're going to twist. Look over your right shoulder and look behind you to the wall behind you. Look what's back there. Focus your eyes backwards on that twist. Coming into the breath. So when I say come into the breath, I mean breathe, really deep breaths. And then we'll release the stretch, coming into our figure 4. So put the foot on top of the thigh, let the knee drop down, flex your foot, and bring the hands back. And again, we can stay right here. Maybe this is our stretch today. I know a couple of you that like the deeper stretching. So you can always put your foot here and scoot in. You find what works for you. Whatever works for you. What I love about yoga is we're not judging anything, and it's no competition. You just do what feels good for you and your body. The breath has to be deep. You're always breathing and you're always concentrating on being in the pose. So let's stretch that leg back out again. Give it a good shake. And then maybe we'll go into our straddle. Can you open your legs really wide out to the sides? Some of you might not feel this is very comfortable. Take some stretching for your inner thighs. So again, I'm going to pull the sides out, sit up tall. You can stay here or you can stretch out by bringing your hands in front of you and walking forward and dropping your head, folding down. So you can stay here, or if you don't like it, you can come back up and just reach for your legs. We're going to take a few more deep breaths in and out through the nose. Gorgeous. Okay, walk back up. And now we're going to come down on our back. So you can stretch your legs, scoot down, and lay on your back. And what I'm going to do is just stretch out the arms and let the knees drop from side to side like windshield wipers. Side to side like windshield wipers. Then the feet are going to set on the floor. Walk your feet up and bring your hands next to your body. We're going to go into our bridge pose next. So I want you to push into your legs and lift up your butt, lift up your hips, and work your arms under your body, lifting your chest up high. So you're pushing into your legs. So you're going to try to squeeze those shoulders under your body. If this is too hard, you can bring the hips back to the floor. It's okay. All right, let's release our bridge, open the arms, and windshield wiper the knees. Because we're going to do another bridge, a second bridge pose tonight. Okay, so here we go. Feet flat, arms in, lift up, and work the arms under the body, clasping your hands if you can. We're going to lift up the chest. Puff up your chest. Taking in some deep breaths. And then we're going to release it back down to the mat. And you're going to take a nice big stretch and reach out through your body, through your arms and your legs. Big, 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 big stretch. And before we go into final relaxation, you can hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side. Just let the back release. Back release. And when you feel ready, we're going to lie flat on the floor, arms at the sides, legs and body relaxed. Now I'm going to sit up, but you're going to stay lying down. Okay? So stay lying down and relax. Close your eyes. Try not to sit up. Close your eyes and lay down. And I'm going to guide you through a little relaxation. So we're going to start by relaxing our right leg. Relax your right leg, your right foot. Stay lying down. Relax your left foot, your left leg. Good. So relax both legs. And then relax your right arm, your right hand, your left arm, your left hand. Relax your back, your belly. Relax all the muscles of your face. Relax your eyes, your mouth. Yeah, and those of you that are sitting up with me, if you want to come into the Gaian Mudra we started with the index finger touching your thumb. So if you came into a seated pose early, you can do that, okay? Close your eyes and just concentrate on being in this present moment. If you're lying down, let your whole body go, relax. Relaxing is important. Letting ourselves relax, giving ourselves space to relax, not just our body, but our mind. It makes us feel refreshed. See if you can relax just a little bit longer with your eyes closed. And then those of you who want to start to wiggle your fingers and toes again, or stretch out if you're lying down, or even if you're seated, you want to take a big stretch through your body, you can reach out. And as you're ready, coming into a seated pose. So if you're lying down, bring your knees over to the right and press your body up to seated. We're all going to sit with our hands in Gaian Mudra, the index fingers touching the thumbs. The other fingers are out straight. Closing our eyes, lifting our spine. See if you notice that you're feeling more relaxed, calmer, or more focused. We're going to do a few more rounds of the moving of the finger. So the thumb goes to the index finger for sa, middle finger ta, ring finger na, pinky finger ma. Sa, ta, na, 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 ma. Take another deep breath. Bring your hands back into your heart. Bowing our head. And take another moment to think about all the good energy we want to put out for this year. We want to think about positive energy, good health, happiness and joy. So continuing to remember what brings us joy, what brings us peace and happiness. Focus on those things this year. Whenever we start to worry, whenever we start to let our mind think of other things, I want you to try to find that mudra and just maybe walk through some rounds in your mind, like we did, touching each finger, taking some deep breaths, and let yourself just be here, present. See if it doesn't help you to let all that other stuff go. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me for our first yoga class for 2021. We're going to take one more deep breath together. Inhale the hands all the way up. We're going to send all that positivity out into the new year. All that positivity. And as the hands come back in, we're going to bow to each other, to the light with each other. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you, Tracy.
Tracy, that was amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
I am going
Thank
to
you.
give,
Bye.
I'm going to
Thank
give
you,
everyone
Tracy.
today's mindfulness code word.
Thank you.
So if you
Bye.
could please keep muted.
Hello.
Today's mindfulness code word is free. F-R-E-E,
F-R-E.
free.